Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 2 for our community diecast tournament. And we are back at Superbird Speedway, and we have our following matchups today. We have the Mazda RX-7 Savannah, driven by my friends, versus CJD555 in his Chevelle after beating Northeast Ohio Diecast and Treasures. Tampa's Diecast and Holla going up against Mike's Mods and Customs, who beat the Mustang Hunter. We have Dane Self going up against Old Man Diecast after Old Man Diecast beat Rusty Martin Diecast. We have the C10 driven by the Fellowship at Diecast, aka Jeff Brummett, facing the 240Z driven by King Nissan, who beat Gary's Diecast Collection. Followed by Amazing Cars 13 facing Mountain 66 Diecast after beating the Toyota MR2 driven by Rapid Nismo. Myself and Zelda's Diecast Creations after he beat Honest Diecast. Followed by the Porsche Taycan driven by DDR Digital Diecast Racing versus Mayhem Diecast Collective after beating the GTR driven by the Datsunman Diecast. And last, but certainly not least, we have CLS Custom Hot Wheels versus JDC, aka Mr. Welcome Back himself after beating the generic Camaro. Without a further ado, it's time for the first round, which is my buddy's first ever race versus CJD555. But without a further ado, we're going to open this right on camera. And there it goes. And now, let's meet you guys at the track. Welcome to our first race of round 2. We have my buddies in the Mazda Savannah RX-7 in lane 2 versus CJD555 in lane 5. Who's gonna win? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. And in their first ever race, my friends advanced to the second round after beating CJD555 in a very close race. And they move on to the Elite 8. And they will play the winner of the next race, which is between Tampa's Hot Wheels Diecast and Holla versus Mike's Mods and Customs. We are ready for our second race. We have Tampa's Diecast and Holla in his T-Bird Stalker versus the 70 Camaro, driven by Mike's Mods and Customs in lane 5. Who's gonna win? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Mike's Mods and Customs absolutely cooked Tampa there, and he advances to race my friends in the third round. Wow, it wasn't even close. And Tampa had some confidence on Instagram saying that he was going to win it all. And without a further ado, let's move on to our third race between Dane Self and his Hudson Hornet and Old Man Diecast in the 69 Falcon Camaro. It's our third race of round 2. We have Dane Self in lane 2 versus Old Man Diecast in lane 5. Winner moves on to the Elite 8. Who's gonna win this race? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Another blowout race and another win for another Camaro. Old Man Diecast advances to the third round and beating Dane Self by a mile. And he will play the winner of the Fellowship of Diecast, aka Jeff Brummett, and King Nissan. We are approaching the halfway mark of round 2, aka the Sweet 16. We have Jeff Brummett, aka the Fellowship at Diecast in lane 2. And we have King Nissan in lane 5, driving that 240Z. Who's gonna win and advance to the Elite 8? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. And King Nissan gives us our third blowout of the night and absolutely smokes the Fellowship of Diecast in the old pickup, aka the Chevy C10. And that's going to do it for our first round. Our second round. And we are going to have my friends versus Mike's Mods and Customs and Old Man Diecast versus King Nissan in our third round. It is now time for the right side of our bracket to begin. And our first race is going to be Amazing Cars 13 versus the Mountain 66 Diecast. And we have our fifth race of the evening, our first on the right side of the bracket. Amazing Cars is making his debut in our tournament in lane 2 in his Honda Civic Type R. And Mountain 66 in the 2006 GTO just squawked past Rapid Nismo in the first round. And what's going to happen here? Let's wait and see. 3, 2, 1. And it wasn't even close once again. We haven't had very many close races, only our first race. And the Civic Type R, driven by Amazing Cars 13, moves on to our third round. And it's now time for Zelda's Diecast Racing versus Superbird Diecast in the Superbird. It is now time for myself versus Zelda's Diecast Racing. I would like to wish Zelda's Diecast Racing the best of luck heading into this race. The winner moves on to the Elite 8. Who's going to win? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Zelda's Diecast Creations absolutely zooms his way into the third round, eliminating Superbird Diecast from his own tournament. And I'd like to congratulate Zelda's Diecast Racing in doing so. And he will face Amazing Cars 13 in the third round. And now it's time for Mayhem Diecast Collective versus DDR Digital Diecast Racing. We have our second last race of the evening. We have DDR Digital Diecast Racing in lane 2 and his Porsche Taycan versus Mayhem Diecast Collective in lane 5, who beat Datsunman Diecast. And who's going to win this race? Winner moves on to the third round to play the winner between JDC and CLS Custom Hot Wheels. 3, 2, 1. And that was a closer race, but Mayhem Diecast Collective beats out DDR and advances to the third round. And it's our final race of round 2, which is between CLS Custom Hot Wheels and Jay's Diecast Creations. It's our final race of the second round. We have JDC in lane 5, and we have CLS Custom Hot Wheels on Instagram in the S2000 sitting in lane 2. The winner of this race moves on to race the Audi R8 driven by Mayhem Diecast Collective. Who's gonna win and do so? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. And JDC in the Circle Tracker advances to the third round and pulls up next to Mayhem Diecast Collective in the R8. And that was a very close race, and JDC just had the tip of the nose to win that race. And if you did not win this time around, it's okay. I plan to do another tournament in January. So if you lost in the first or second rounds, don't feel discouraged. I definitely plan to do this again. And I'm already accepting entries for this tournament in January. So feel free to leave a car that you want to see for January's tournament if you want to join for that tournament, as well as for the people who didn't get the chance to enter last time. You are all welcome. I hope to make this tournament a full 32 car tournament. And I hope you guys enjoyed round 2. We will see you for round 3. Happy hunting and stay safe. Peace. Who's gonna win? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1.